That's the life you want to live?
I'll be fine. Even if I fall, I'll be fine.
The problem is at least one of us has to go with you.
Yeah, we do have to daisy chain.
And Happy chimes up. Not it.
Wait, where did we leave him? Where did he go?
He's with you. He's following you guys.
I'm gonna turn to Happy. I'm gonna be like, no, listen, man. You see the stalactites up there? You could swing yourself across with that arm. Be badass. Bust the balls of this dungeon.
He says, the problem with that is this arm's so strong, the stalactite would crumble in my hands, and then I would plummet into the lava and die.
That makes perfect sense. You know what? I was stupid to say that.
So you guys come back around to the lava over here. And...
So I hope we never go across this lava, but for the remainder of this dungeon, every 5 minutes we come back to just look at it.
Okay.
Just to make sure, you guys like don't feel like you're pressed for time or anything. I mean, I'm intending for you to spend a good 3 sessions in this dungeon, probably.
Oh, dude, that's what you said about...
About how far is it from the ledge to this first rock?
That's about a 10-foot jump.
Okay.
And then about 10 feet between them, give or take. I know it's hard to see the squares here, but that's about what it is.
Alright.
If you don't jump across those jumps, you're a coward.
Oh, no. 10, 20, 30, 40.
And how many belief points do you have?
2.
Okay.
But I'll be fine.
You wouldn't actually require a roll to do that. The 5th edition, it tells your long jump is just equal to your... Is it just equal to your strength? Destil, do you know offhand?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, it just gives a number for how far you can jump, and it's pretty forgiving. Pretty much everybody could make this jump. What would be harrowing is if combat triggered up. So if he makes this jump, and then I say roll initiative, then start worrying.
Then start laughing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make this jump, and then I'm gonna wait for the other shoe to drop.
A small purple boy with a cat walks up and says, "Shortly, one of you will perish."
What else
Happy
is new?
purple, so clearly Magus is happy.
Are you doing it?
Yep. Oh.
Roll initiative.
So on a scale of 1 to obvious, how obvious was that?
Thought it was pretty obvious.
Fucking hell.
Now, this adventure, by the way, I felt there might be a 1% chance that Destil or Nodal had played it, because this came out of a Dungeon magazine. This is a 4th edition adventure that I converted and then retooled a lot. So,
I didn't play a lot of dungeon adventures.
No?
The thing with 4E is it was really easy just to make your own stuff.
Yeah. But, so I had fun converting a bunch of 4th edition stuff for this adventure. I think it's slightly harder to convert 4th edition stuff than 2nd or 3rd. Just because it's like it's almost like a different language, if you know it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still pretty easy though. It still went pretty smoothly. Alright, so let me give these guys some hit points, and their initiative really sucked, so you guys don't have to roll too terribly well.
Well, just you wait.
Well, I rolled really good.
I know, Right's killing it.
That's a good name.
And the thing about 4th edition is all the monsters in 4th edition have like MMO names. Like there's not just a goblin; it's always like a goblin skirmisher or whatever.
Right.
So that's what these things are called in the magazine. They're called fire giant flame skulls. So they're flame skulls, but they're made out of fire giant heads, so they're giant. Riot, how'd you do?
22.
And how about Kelian?
7.
7.
You did it.
Did
and
I? Did
Ciclon.
Ciclon's on a 9.
And Serenity?
Serenity acts at 23.
23.
I'm gonna be honest. If Brickroad says you're surprised, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Mahogany.
No one's surprised. 20.
20. And what about Happy?
He is on an 19.
Is this the first time Serenity's been at the top of the initiative order?
I think it has.
Probably. I got the 20 on the first roll. I didn't have to roll the second time.
Serenity, no sooner does Ciclon make this leap across. Do you see... Oh, I guess I could spawn them in now.
Probably a good idea.
Two giant skulls whip up out of the lava pool. And these things are blazing with orange fire. And the skulls themselves are... They're giant. They sit on the top of these 18-foot tall fire giants. And they're looking at Ciclon just with literal burning maliciousness. And Serenity, you're up.
Serenity is going to pull a javelin off of our harness and toss it at the closest one.
This javelin will not return to you.
I didn't expect it to. That's why I'm not using the magic ones.
I'm trying to get in like a nice yellow to contrast so they're not blending in with the orange there.
So that first javelin will hit an armor class of 16.
16 is good.
Oh,
Sorry, what did you say, Brick? You broke up for a second.
Oh, 16 is good?
For 8 damage.
For 8 damage. Okay. And the javelin
And the second...
hits this thing, clatters off. It reels in pain, and the javelin sinks into the lava, never to be seen again.
And the second one will hit a 25.
No, that one misses. These things are easier to hit the lower you roll.
For 8 damage.
For 8 damage.
My time has come.
I like...
And then Serenity will tell everyone else to lure them back into the tunnel and move to here.
Okay. I like whenever I talk dumb shit like that, Destil just ignores it. I got players in my standard group who go like, "What, really?" Like they're really worried all
So
of
the
a
nice
sudden.
thing is I don't have to write that down on expended ammo. I can just delete it from my character sheet instead. It's so much more
Right.
convenient.
whereas in Nick's game, he'd be like, "God damn it, really? Again?"
What are you doing, Riot?
Riot can now deal radiant damage. So I'm going to cast a Guiding Bolt on this one.
Okay. Roll it.
It's only a 12, though.
12 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And it seems like a good idea to kind of get out of the way a little bit in the air.
So you're gonna hang out there at the junction of those paths?
Actually, I'm going to hang out within eyeshot of Ciclon so that I can potentially cutting words if necessary.
Yeah, that's really good because they need line of sight to be able to hit you. So that's gonna bring us to Mahogany.
All right, I just want to make sure we're one spell level down.
Oh, so that's a good point, Brickroad. I didn't do that because I can't cast cleric spells.
Oh, I thought you got. I thought you were casting
No.
Guiding Bolt from the Trident for some reason.
No.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah. Can I cast Flaring Ghost with the Trident? I don't think I can.
You know why I was thinking that is because we fought a villain in the Tiamat line
Oh,
that has
yeah.
a Trident that shoots Guiding Bolt. I just had a brain fart.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No problem.
What do I do instead? I like how I have this ability that takes 5 charges that like I can't imagine where I'm ever going to be able to use it.
Which one?
The summon the claw shrimp.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it works like Insect Plague, just you gotta use it underwater to get the real function of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just splat on the ground. Although,
Yeah.
you could look at it as just like an alternative form of create food and drink.
They're probably not
Nice.
tasteless.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'll cast a Dissonant Whisper instead.
Okay. And it makes a saving throw. That's a wisdom, is that right?
That's correct.
How's a 10 do?
Nope. Let me roll my psychic damage.
Okay.
Uh, 8 psychic damage.
And the thing spins around as it eats up this psychic assault. And then where does Riot end her turn?
Oh, well, it's got to also move away as far from me as it can.
It's got a fly speed of 40, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It'd move all the way back into this area.
That's right. And then Riot is going to move over here, breaking her line of sight with this, but not Ciclon.
It's going to bring us to Mahogany.
But I've got to see the attack. So yeah, I've got to be within line of sight of it.
Turn into a bear and jump at it?
Hells yeah. No. I'm going to, I don't think this... I'm making sure that this isn't, like, horrible water happens. But no, it doesn't. So yeah, I'm going to call lightning.
Call lightning?
Yeah.
And you got enough range on that?
Yeah, it's 120 feet.
Okay. Is that a hit, or do I make a save?
It is a 60-foot radius. These are the fire guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and... Oh, you know what? 60-foot radius sphere is not going to line up with our squares anyway right now, because these squares are not aligned to the tabletop grid. These are much, much smaller. So you're going to have to try to draw out the radius as best you can.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how far 60 feet is roughly. So that's 20, 30, 40... 50. I'm going to cast it at the back of the room.
Okay.
Right over here. And it's going to be roughly something like this.
Yeah, that's a circle.
Well, I wasn't trying to make a circle with this part, because it's just hitting the wall. This part's hitting the wall, too.
Okay, but it does conform around walls, right? It doesn't... Like, you can't pass it through a solid object?
It's a storm cloud, so I mean a
Okay.
cloud would go around walls.
But it won't go through walls. What I mean is, if you center the spell in here, you're not drawing lightning bolts
Oh
in
no,
here.
I'm not hitting these guys.
Okay.
No.
That would be an excellent way to draw a bunch of aggro, is to hit all the creatures in
Yeah.
other rooms with the spell like that. Okay. And so on their turn is when they'd make that save, when they start in that radius or enter it?
No, I now do my thing, which is I point at a place, and I point here.
Okay. And it's a dexterity saving throw.
It is a dex saving throw.
20.
Yeah, that'll pass. So it takes half as much lightning damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. So as
was
an action
trying to
on your turn, you make lightning strike somewhere in this radius.
Right.
Gotcha. That's a cool
And
spell.
while other people are taking their turns, I will do my best to make that an actual 60-foot radius. That was just my, like, real quick 60-foot radius.
Okay. So what was the damage
17.
on that? 17?
So half 17, so 8. And it's lightning.
You know what's messed up that I just learned last night? Because there's a cleric ability called Dampen Elements that gives you like brief. You can use a reaction to give somebody resistance to various elements, and they count thunder as an element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sound damage though. It's like not. I'm thinking like fire, cold, acid. Those count as elements, but that seems
That's a weird
wrong
one
to
for
me.
now. I mean, like there's one D&D system once that considered elements and energies separately.
Mhm.
So you'd have fire, water, earth, and air damage, and then also fire. But then the problem is you had also fire energy, and it was just like,
Eh,
boom.
too complicated.
Yeah.
So where does Mahogany end his turn? He is.
I'm happy.
You're happy where you are. It's going to bring us to Happy.
No, that's happy.
Yeah, Happy's happy.
That's happy, and happy is probably just gonna be like, okay, this is the thing now.
He actually calls out for El Ciclon. Maybe you want to jump back over here now?
Yeah, that's about what.
I'll be right back, by the way.
He's fine where he is, though.
He's going to stand his ground right there. Okay? El
Bro-
Ciclon,
bro-
you're up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, Nathan, athletics check.
Those I'm actually pretty darn good at,
I should hope so.
until I roll this one.
You can use acrobatics if... No, actually, no, you can't. Not for a jump. Not for a long jump, anyway. For landing, you could substitute acrobatics in. I think your strength is better anyway, isn't it?
No, they're equal.
Oh, never mind then. Doesn't yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
Nat 20, yo.
Okay, so you handspring back over.
Up, 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 up.
And you're good there?
Yep, I'm good there.
Okay.
Just look at Riot and Mahogany like, okay, well, we knew that. Yeah.
Okay, Kelian, you're up.
Hello.
Hi. I'm El Ciclon, and I approve this message.
What is... I assume...
Don't trust that measurement, because it's based on the grid of the table, and this map doesn't match that grid.
I think he's doing
Right,
line
but-
of sight.
Yeah,
Oh, line of sight, that
I'm
would
trying
work
to
for you.
figure... Yeah, and there's partial cover in my way, or is it going to be...
No, because, I mean, they're allies, and they're going to give you a place to shoot,
We're
and
not
it's
going
a
to stand in the way of your arrows.
and it's a big-ass target.
Okay.
If Mahogany was a bear, I would make him provide cover, but he's not at the moment.
I'm back. Are we all dead?
I don't know what kind of roll that was, but sure.
That wasn't a roll, that was a raw.
16.
16 hits.
Oh, cool. Alright. For...
Mike puts a good job, mate.
11 damage.
Okay. And then where do you end your turn?
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna... Boink.
Did your assassinate bonus come into play there?
Oh yeah, there didn't...
It's
It
not a
hasn't
surprise,
acted yet.
but it hasn't acted yet.
Hasn't acted yet, but it's doesn't...
I think you need both.
Yeah, I only get advantage and I hit it anyway,
Oh.
so...
Okay.
Okay. So, then... The one's not feared anymore, can come back, yes?
Yeah, it's only its reaction.
Okay.
Like there's no status condition there. It just has to use its reaction.
Let's make sure he can see up in here. Almost. I mean, he's not going to fly into the storm cloud. He's pretty safe flying over here, though.
Incorrect, but I'm glad he thinks so.
Put him just outside the storm cloud. This guy cannot get outside the storm cloud because it's a big-ass storm cloud. They start closing in, and then both of them throw fireballs. Let's see here. Everybody is making 2 dexterity saving throws. I can just barely catch Serenity at the edge of that fireball.
And I can see these fireballs, right?
You can see... I mean, yeah, because
I can see
they're
the fire itself.
they're going to explode right in front of you. They're going to explode right here. I will roll some damage here.
It's a 15 and a 17.
Hold on to the rolls
Yeah,
for
yeah.
round. I'm going to ask in a second.
DC on these?
DC is 15.
El Ciclon passes both.
Okay, the first fire. Who? Actually, I'll just tell you how much damage. The first fireball, 27 points of damage. If you passed, or everybody can cut that in half because it's fire damage.
Oh yeah.
So roll that back to 13, and then if you pass the save, you can cut it in half again.
Okay.
Let me roll
What about
damage.
the second one?
Rolling it now. $26 on the second one, which gets halved to 13. And then you can cut that down to 6 if you pass the second check, or the second
Okay.
save. As both of these flame skulls start darting in towards you, this one skirting the edge of the storm cloud, and this one trying to escape it, but not quite breaking free. And they both launch fireballs that explode with some great sound reverberating through the walls and halls of this cave. All of you are caught in the blast. If I was any kind of man, I'd have Mahogany make a second dexterity save to see if he gets blown forward into the lava, but...
But you're not.
It's going to bring us to Serenity.
I mean, Serenity's going to continue to say, draw them back into the canyon, and she'll move to here.
Just in case they do that again.
And ready in action to throw javelins if one of them comes into sight.
Quick clarification on Ready that I read on Twitter this week and then looked back in the rulebook. And I've actually been doing readied actions wrong the entire time I've run 5th edition.
Oh.
If this only pertains to classes with extra attacks, your extra attacks only happen on your turn. So if you ready an action, you only get to make one melee attack.
I feel like we've always done that.
No, when anybody has extra attack features, I've let them take all their attacks if they readied them. Because last week I had a hobgoblin throw several javelins at Riots.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if I had known that rule last week, Riot might not have died that round.
Oh, she wouldn't have because she got to exactly 0.
I don't feel bad at all.
One less attack, and that wouldn't have happened.
I regret nothing. But yeah, the extra attack feature, it does say you only get the extra attacks when you take the attack action on your turn. But so you're gonna ready an action. If one of these flame skulls flies up into this canyon, you're gonna loose another javelin at it.
Yep.
One of the magic ones, or you still have
No, it's a
regular
normal
ones?
javelin.
Okay. Does she have like just a giant javelin quiver on your back?
Over her back, she has a harness that originally had 6, now 4 javelins plus her maul, and she has 4 hand axes hanging from her belt. Oh, and a spear is in her harness too.
Okay. Riot.
Riot's going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
It reminds me of the.
Oh.
And okay, well, Riot's rolling that up. It reminds me of Furion's design in Dissidia, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that design. I love that character so much just because of Dissidia.
And she takes a real good 33, or not 33, 11. Gets back to 35.
Okay. Is she happy standing there in the hallway?
Nope. Because Happy's the other dude staying in the hallway.
Oh, we're splitting the party. This is going to be fun. Mahogany, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna finger that guy.
Ugh. Did you learn that from Dirty Pair?
Dirty Pair is significantly less dirty than the name implies.
No. Because I feel like that title could go one of two ways. Because obviously, the busty 80s anime babes. But the other thing I'm thinking of is like a hobo pear, like a fruit. Like in an alley.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's 80 babes, but like, it's like the weirdest, it's just a weird translation, it seems. Because they never do some kind of like joke that you would expect based on it.
I got a 16 on his dex check versus that lightning.
Yeah, that'll pass, but
Okay.
it's still gonna take half.
He will.
Wah. 9 lightning after having.
Okay.
And then...
Not happy in that hallway either?
I feel like there could be a different hallway.
Alright, brings us to Happy.
Happy's gonna go around here, take some cover behind there.
Okay. Brings us to Elsie Clone.
Ciclon is gonna go with Happy and Riot.
Leaving Kelian, last man standing.
Shoot first.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Oh,
Sexy.
There's that.
That's a
Money.
nice shot.
For 9, 7, 16, 17 damage.
Nice. And the thing is burning with a much less brilliant hue of fire after the lightning bolts and being shot a few times. And where does Kelian end his turn?
Cunning action over here.
Nice. Well, you never took your actual move either.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of your move.
So if you want a cunning action, you can move twice as far.
Well, I had to move to get into the line of sight.
You can split your
the
move.
skull.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, everyone has spring attack in 5e.
I'm moving there.
Okay.
We were just saying, if you want a cunning action, you can move further.
Or we could hide.
Could I hide? I don't think I could. I don't think there's anywhere to hide necessarily.
You can because you broke their line of sight. The difficulty is that this area of the cave is pretty well illuminated because you're standing next to Serenity, who has a giant glowing ball.
Okay.
So, yeah, not really anywhere to hide. Mahogany.
Yeah.
You're about to get lit up, son.
Does my ready to action go off first?
It does, yes. I'll let you pick which one of those you guys want to attack.
Whichever one was damaged.
They've actually both been damaged, but only this left one has visible damage. The other one only has emotional damage.
Okay. That hits an armor class of 18.
18 hits.
For 7 damage.
For 7 damage. And Mahogany, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. How many? Just one?
Just one.
Oh, did one blow up?
Bam!
One of
Nat
them
20.
blew up. Nat 20.
Very nice.
$25 fire damage, which you can cut in half twice.
12.
To 12, then to 6.
To 6.
Because you got resistance as well. As the javelin shatters the back of the skull and it explodes outward, and you're just at the edge of the blast. And then
Might as well be 0 damage.
this fool is going to attack you now.
Whatever. I ain't never been scared.
How does an 8 do?
That's not gonna do it.
How's a 15 do?
That's not gonna do it.
And its eyes glow white with hot luminescence. Blast you out of both eyes with skull eyeball lasers. And they explode on the walls either side of you. You just barely escape their wrath.
Are we like in a metal concert? Is that what's happening now?
Dude, they're flame skulls. They're painted on a van somewhere. It's gonna bring us to
giant
Serenity.
Spider descending from above.
Serenity, you're up.
Serenity will shoulder her maul, move into melee, and take 2 swings. Reckless stack.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do it.
A clump.
First attack will crit.
Okay.
Well, and it's dead. Thanks. Thanks for me.
Thanks for playing.
Magic, but no rage. It's 5.
I just need
For
to
19 damage.
19. Serenity and Mahogany, you need a dexterity saving throw.
Net 1.
Not gonna do it. Alright, 25, which you guys can cut down to 12, and then if you made the save, you can cut it down to 6. Fire damage from the second Flame Skull explosion. Boom! Do you like my sound effects? That's a new feature.
Serenity could like cut that down to like an 8 with like all of her resistances.
You can't stack resistance.
They don't stack.
So, yeah, if you have resistance from 2 sources, you only have it from 1 source. Alright, now, nobody talk for a few seconds, because I'm going to save this map, and I got to make... You know, I'm going to create a new save. So I have no chance of accidentally saving over the real map.
Name the new save Boners or something.
No, I'm going to name it the name of the map, so I can know how to load it later. And after a few moments, the sound of all the explosions echoes away through the far reaches of the cave system, leaving you again in silence.
Oh, that was fun.
Press on then?
Yeah. And hup.
Wait, 1 second.
Ciclon turns around and looks at Mahogany and grins. How does it feel?
And I'll say, Ciclon, it's really important that if we're trying to stealth our way through here, that we have Pass Without Trace. And I'll cast Pass Without Trace again.
And looking down this way, you see the other side connecting to a hallway.
Like a hallway. Natural? Or is it...
No, it's a natural hallway. It's not carved. No, nothing in these caves indicates that this anything man-made.
Okay. Ciclon waves for the others to follow.
What do you guys think?
I'll do it.
Yep.
I ain't never been scared.
Serenity will go
waiting
last
for
in case
Serenity.
we get attacked.
All right, Riot goes next then.
Alright.
Oh,
I'm gonna turn back to Ryan and be like, this is awesome.
Happy? After you?
Oh, does anyone need healing? I mean, I've still got this aura.
Oh,
up there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I need
I hate to
healing.
waste it.
yeah, I need
I need a
some.
lot of healing.
I'll take the access.
So what's next?
That couldn't be a worse way of doing that.
Nope, it really couldn't.
So for reference, Nodal, a Strength 9 character can lift off the ground and move slowly with 230 pounds.
Okay, so they're still pretty buff.
I mean, it's like an average human in relatively good shape.
I couldn't lift 230 pounds.
Yeah, you probably could. Like, you just couldn't move easy with it. Like, 2 people lifting something that's 400... Yeah, it's a little bit much.
Listen, I just packed a box filled with all of my gaming books. And I just moved it across the living room, and when I was done, I wanted to die. We're gonna use the dolly to get that bitch down the stairs. How about that?
Serenity can lift 600 pounds.
LC Clone, you might want to make sure you're not... Oh, you got Mahogany behind you, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was making sure that everybody was bringing up the daisy chain here.
Okay.
So I've got 50 HP to give out.
I need 44, so anything you got left over.
Happy could use a bunch.
I'm gonna give Mahogany 33 of that.
Okay.
So we've got now 17 left.
Happy will take 5.
Okay. 12 left.
Ciclon will take 5.
7 left.
I'll take him.
Okay.
I wasn't even being reckless, and I took a ton of damage.
How did you know that horrible monsters were going to come up out of the lava pool? You only said it right before it happened.
I figured they would kill Ciclon, and I don't think I was wrong in assuming that.
You can just go ahead and move him across.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine. Yeah, you guys are in control of Happy. You do what you need to do.
I didn't realize that we had control.
Yeah, I just...
Everyone has control of Happy.
Elsie Clone,
Yo.
looking out into this chamber, you see like a dotted line on the map here?
Yeah.
That's an outline of a bridge some 70 feet above you where the cavern opens up into and illuminates into a structure, part of the fortress itself. Dangling from the sides of this bridge, you see 4 cages. Big enough to hold a man.
Anybody in these cages?
3 of them are empty, in fact. But one of them... I gotta find the room description. I'm stalling for time. One of them does, in fact, have a creature in them. From way down here, you can't tell if he's alive or dead. But you see the chain mechanism holding the cage in place loop up over the top of the bridge. And you imagine this is how John Dar could lower his prisoners down into the lava from there. From here, you can't tell who or what this cage's inhabitant is. You can just tell it's the body of a person, kind of slumped forward in this cage.
Which cage is occupied? This one, you said?
I didn't say which one.
Oh,
It is, in fact, this one.
okay. How high is the cage compared to where we are?
The bridge is about 70 feet above you. The cages are dangling about 20 feet of chain. So you'd have to find a way to get up 50 feet.
Probably too high. Yeah, definitely too high to jump.
Riot says I can do it, but I've got to expend both my 4th level spells.
I could do it, but then we'd no longer be fire resistant.
I don't think we need to.
We'll get to
We'll
him
have to see-
eventually. Don't worry about this.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can pull it up from down there, from above. So let's continue.
Are
But
we?
The bridge itself is very much not a natural structure. That's a man-made structure. And you can look up and you can see the worked ceiling above you. This is an opening directly from Jandar's stronghold down into the caves.
Before we go, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts, basically just to see if this guy's alive or not.
And
Oh, but you said he's 50 feet away from us?
Yeah.
he's about 50 feet up from the base of the lava, so a little bit further than that, because you've got to go 15 or 20 feet out to the cage and then up. So let me text
so
my boy Pythagoras here. And
I don't have the range. It's only 30 feet.
But the other 3 cages look unoccupied.
Okay.
Look on the bright side, Ciclon. He might already be dead.
That's the bright side.
Hell of a bright side, Mahogany.
Riot says to
I wouldn't
Ciclone,
want to be dangling over lava.
if I still have both my 4th levels left, well, I mean, I call them something different because that's such a ridiculous concept to say out loud, right?
It is.
If I still have enough energy left, before we get to feeling like we need a long rest, so we can come back here and I can get them out.
Okay.
The best description I've ever heard for in character how to describe magic is that they are valencies because they have cured discrete levels. Magic must work like the valence electrons in a nucleus in an atom. So they're your 4th valencies.
If that's the best description for it, I really don't want to hear the worst.
Mahogany would probably just say 4th level spells. His god gives him a list to choose from, and he's like,
Looking around this corner opens up into a very dark cave with no illumination.
Serenity, you want to get back on point?
Sure.
Get that light out here.
Yeah, how far off does that illuminate, Serenity?
Let me go check my notes. I think it's a torch, but I'll write it down.
Yeah, this is probably about right then, give or take.
Riot says, if we're where I think we are, there's a question mark back here.
where?
Or maybe here. Somewhere here. It's a question mark on the map.
Let's go check it out.
Dim light in a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
And Serenity can see perfectly in dim light because one of her Barbarian class features. So.
Okay.
Kelian, are you glowing?
Not yet. I will glow when asked.
Good.
Making right for the
Move
center
to
of the
there.
room.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to put my light hitch as well, which is creepy because it's like, it takes the form of like an anglerfish antenna on her head at mid-flight.
These
That's weird.
brownish circles here, these are floor-to-ceiling pillars, where the stalactite meets the stalagmite and they come together. These large gray ones are huge rocks that have been placed in this cavern. And right here you see the edge of a cliff, like a hole
Going up or down?
bored into the center, going down.
Okay. I'm going to actually, let's investigate that passage to our left first.
Up around this way,
Yeah.
just loops around.
Okay. And these are all solid? Like, it's a little hard to tell from with the things over them.
That is a 20-foot cliff going up.
Oh, okay.
You can see I've been assuming you guys can see the little slopes, but this is a really low resolution map. I probably should not assume anything.
It's just a question of the cards like making it a little difficult sometimes because the edges are partly obstructed.
Just because we've had so many situations right where we've wanted to duck around things, I'm gonna long strider myself.
Okay.
You're gonna what? Sorry.
Long strider. It's just a buff that doesn't require concentration.
Cool.
You stride longly.
So I've got 50 feet of movement now?
No, myself.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't have enough high-level spell charges to be tossing out ones that would affect the whole party. Probably
so
next level is when I start.
I'm actually gonna just scramble up this cliff then.
You climb up it?
See if we can get a better view from up here of the rest of the room.
You climb up the cliff here.
Is this area dark as well?
Not if you're carrying your maul, it's not.
But there's no lava? Like there's no like
No, there's no other source of illumination.
Okay.
But yeah, clambering up there. Oh, you know what? We did have something back here. I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
By the way, it took like 8 hours to arrange all these little cards. You don't have much of a bet. You can't get a better view of this cavern though because
because of the light.
Yeah, it's dark. You got nice height on it now, but
Ciclon throws Serenity a length of rope.
Tie it down.
Okay.
Are we not checking out the rest of this?
I just wanted to get a better view down. Let's continue. But it's good to have a rope there just in case.
Yeah, in case we need to run.
I'll peer down over the edge of this cliff.
Okay. Looking down into the hole, at about the edge of your perception, maybe some 50, 60 feet down, you have to reach over and hold your maul down in to illuminate that far. Goodness knows how deep the hole is, but you don't see the bottom of it. What you see instead is a bed of bones. Thousands and thousands of them.
I think this is the place where they get rid of the slaves.
Ciclon, how many other slaves were here with you when you were here?
Good question, Brick.
Not many at any one given time, but you know that Jandar owned slaves that he didn't keep on this premises, and you know that there was a very high turnover because gladiators tend not to live long.
Hell.
The real question is, why doesn't he just throw it into lava? Is there a reason he's keeping these bones?
It could be that he's not keeping them, that he just feeds them to something who has this bone pile.
How far down is the lowest bone? Is the highest bone?
Probably about 50 or 60 feet. And who knows how far it goes below that.
I wouldn't go down in there, Serenity. I know you're thinking it, but...
Well, there could be something under the bones.
Yeah, something that would eat us.
Serenity is going to pull a 50-foot length of rope off of her pack, make a lasso, and try and throw it down and pull up at least one piece of bone.
Make a dexterity check.
I'll turn to Riot at that and be like, well, it wouldn't
21.
necessarily eat us. Look at all those bones.
That's super pro right there.
Okay, you manage to somehow hoist up what looks to be a large femur. Too large to be a man's. Probably one of the smaller forms of giant, maybe a half giant. Hard to say precisely. But
does it look
fairly
like
heavy
there are
bone.
Does it look like there are any marks like it was gnawed? Like the meat was gnawed off by a creature?
No bite marks, no scratch marks, nothing like that. But there are still a few gibbets of meat and cartilage left in it. It hasn't completely rotted away. It looks pretty like it was discarded here pretty recently.
So this is like rotted bones. It's not like eaten bones. That's good to know.
Well, Riot, if there is something that these are being fed to, the meat's being taken off of them first. And I'll just sort of put it at the edge and let it slide back down to the pile.
And it does so?
That's usually what creatures do.
They don't, Riot.
No, it's like something like a bear or something. You'd see marks from the claws tearing the bone.
Oh, I see.
So it's not a wild creature. It'd be someone actually removing the meat either through a... I don't even want to think about it. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's like a knife or...
Looks over there.
And you see... Loop around like this.
Ciclon sees the others.
Serenity wants to
Come
check
on.
the back
going
wall
off
there.
down that way.
I'm happy.
That's weird.
So kind of a depressing room, all in all.
Yeah.
There's a question mark here, but I can't imagine. It seems weird on the map. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have. I mean, there's nothing dangerous here. Oh well.
Ciclon sidles up
I'm
against the
gonna
wall.
Mahogany's not as concerned by the bone pit as the rest of you are, because like he's not a cannibal, but he eats things he can talk to all the time.
Corner view. Then peers
And-
over around the wall.
Going down, looking at his hallway, it starts to slope steeply upward.
Too steep to climb, or just...
No, I mean, it's only a 20-foot height difference between this room and the next room
Alright,
up.
It's roughly a 45-degree angle. Just a little under.
Okay.
Can we slide down it?
Yes.
No.
Like on a shield?
No.
Can we surf?
Dude. Were you with us at DragonCon when we asked the Armory guys whether that was possible?
I
Yeah.
think he was, yes.
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome. What's next? I guess LC Clone's on point now?
Whee!
LC Clone is just pissed off that nobody saved the guy dangling over the lava.
Just a little bit, but...
He didn't do it.
I offered. You said, "Nah, we'll do it later."
Because, I mean...
Ciclone, not really concerned about guys dangling over lava pits, is what I'm hearing.
No, it's definitely... There's definitely concern. It's just we can't really do anything about it right now.
So what's next? Which of these three paths are you headed for?
This way.
Okay. And this one, looking down this way, there is bright illumination coming from a little lava pool off to the side.
Huh.
Lava.
So yeah,
Okay.
that checks out with the map. See, like, there's supposed to be lava here, and there is.
Yeah.
Were there any places there was supposed to be lava and there isn't?
Yeah, I told you that back in that other dark cavern.
Get back over here.
Okay. How long ago did they say they found this map?
I don't remember if I did, but
I don't think they did. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't imagine that there was significant remodeling in this naturally occurring cave.
it would have been within the past year or so. It would have been recently.
I feel like for a fire giant, blocking off a lava flow isn't the hardest thing to do.
Hey, Serenity, you want to take a point again?
Sure.
I realize I'm getting a little eager, but...
Duck my head into this little corner.
And it's a staircase leading up.
Want to fully explore this level before we move up the stairs?
Yeah.
I don't see why not, because we know John Dar's up above us, so if shit starts going down...
Yeah, we need to make sure that our escape route is clear.
Okay. Giving the lava a wide berth again.
And Mahogany will look at Ciclone and say, we're not going to do anyone any favors if we rescue them into a bunch of fire giants.
Right. Speaking of which,
Tight little
Elsie drops
passageway
back-
snaking around.
Elsie drops back next to Kelian. Says, "What do you feel about that nose?"
Sorry, wait.
Okay.
She's not waiting. And Riot points to the map, so this is the only thing that's actually marked on here. It's not a question mark. There's some kind of like double exclamations and a little humanoid figure. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
So we
So-
should maybe sneak up on them.
Yeah, just
So-
be careful.
Cover your
Okay.
maul, Serenity.
Yep. Well, then we'll be... Okay, there's still some light from this lava pit, so...
Kelian,
Hmm.
what do you feel about that nose?
What do you mean?
We need a quick exit.
Does anyone in this party have dark vision?
Are you
Let them
ready?
let them do this first.
Sorry.
Kelian looks at you like you have 7 heads.
If you're not willing to, I will.
Kelian looks at you like you have 8 heads.
Mahogany turns the fuck around and goes,
I'm not letting anybody use this nose.
Kelian.
Ciclon looks at Kelian and says, "Even yourself, because if we need to make a quick exit out of here,
Especially myself.
Let him do it, Kelian.
Kelian."
Serenity just sort of motions over her shoulder to keep moving. She covers them all with the leather cover, puts her hand along the left wall, and just starts moving as quietly as possible.
Keep
Alright.
in mind what I said, Kelian.
Killian, let him do it.
Tell you what, if you can guarantee me that what happens to you or me won't happen to what happened to the Sea Hag, sure, we'll use the nose to travel all around the multiverse. In the meantime, it's staying in the box. It's staying on me.
Ciclon doesn't answer.
Killian, there's no guarantees in life.
Serenity peeking around this corner. Well, how much light do we have here? That's probably about what you get from that corner.
Is there any source of light from here aside from the lava behind us?
Nope, just the lava behind you, and I mean that's fading away as you move further away from it.
Just let us know when it gets pitch black. Right, I asked before. Do we have anyone with dark vision in the party?
Kelian does.
All right, so Kelian, maybe you should sneak out in front and see if you can see anything.
Serenity puts on your hand on your shoulder and whispers, "Yell twice if you get attacked."
And Kelian, looking out,
if you're not.
You see kind of a large-ish rocky chamber. Kind of twisty little passages like you came through over here.
Do you see anyone?
But you do not see anyone or anything in this area.
Kelian shakes his head.
I'm gonna try to hear. Can I hear anything moving around in there?
We already made a perception check for that, and you failed spectacularly.
Oh, that was like a million years ago, though.
That was like 2 minutes ago in your time. That was only a few minutes ago. No,
okay.
What you hear is basically you're hearing sounds, but it's difficult to say what they are, and there's so much echoing in these gargantuan cave galleries.
On a character, I figured that was for the skulls. That's why I thought I could make a new one
No,
now.
it was not.
Oh, okay.
The skulls were down in the lava. I don't know if lava is a very good conductor of sound.
Alright.
It's dense, it should be.
Like, what kind of sounds are the flame skulls making down there? Like, they're, hello, my baby, hello. Like, what are they doing?
Alright, well, nothing's in there, right, Kelian?
Kelian, I'm going to give you a round down here now.
Alright, so let's turn the light back on.
But no, you don't see anybody in this area, Kelian. You peek around the corner up here, and you don't see anybody. There is a passage continuing leading up to the north.
Kelian points that out.
Oh,
yeah,
Mahogany looks at the map again, and he goes, "Right, I think you're reading this wrong."
Oh, that's possible.
And he looks at the bottom right, and he kind of points, and he says, "I think we're here."
Oh, you know what? That whole burial pit isn't even on this map.
Yeah.
And what Mahogany is pointing at now is you see that bottom right, to the just to the upper left of the lava. That's where he's pointing.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, the lava's here. This is the question mark. All of this is not even on the map.
I think the humanoid thing is that way, and he'll point at the passage.
No, I agree with you.
So what's next?
Do we want to explore back here?
Yeah, we should probably explore back here with some dim light from Serenity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold the cover back off from all. Yep. About here.
And you see where it connects back up to the cave where you came through. Looking out this way, you see where it circles back around towards the cave with the fire spurts, which you can see and hear off in the distance. Just bright flashes of light every few moments.
Is that what we were hearing?
Well, you've been hearing that clearly your entire journey through here, but you're hearing noises other than that as well. That might be movement, that might be speech, that might be any number of things, but the echo is distorting it so much, it's hard to tell what direction and where it's coming from. The acoustics in here are impenetrable.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and give you guys this here. And then looking up here.
That's me.
Last place to explore will be up here.
And you've got a hallway that loops back around.
We do have the doors here too.
Yeah, and then the other the stairs in this narrow passage, with the
This is the last question mark that I see on the map.
All right, let's.
We're going up around this way?
Yep.
And
Oh, I see. These two question marks must link up, I bet.
the path in that direction broadens out a little bit more. Go ahead and make another perception check. Serenity, I want you to make this one.
7, I think.
7?
That's why I have a +5.
Yeah,
wait.
7. Oh no, I'm trading perception. 11.
What you perceive in this direction is illumination from fire, but it looks a lot stronger than just kind of the dim lava pools that you've seen throughout the area. You also hear a very echoey conversation being had between what sounds like two giants. Just based on the little bit of the giant tongue you heard the other day, it's probably what they're speaking.
So the really weird thing that I don't know how it really interacts with perception checks from my class feature, you gain the eyesight of an eagle. You can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, able to discern even fine details as though looking at something no more than 100 feet. Additionally, dim light doesn't have disadvantage on your perception checks.
That's probably not perception checks then.
Yeah, the passage you're looking down kind of winds back to the right a little bit before it opens up slightly, then hits a pretty tall wall, 20 or 30 feet, another cliff. And then what's above the cliff, you see the rock wall beyond it.
Okay.
You have to climb up to get anything else.